How did each of you begin working for Emerald Youth? Hydrant, you want to start first?
Yeah, so I met a friend who worked at Emerald Youth. He was eating pizza, and I saw him and started talking.
What kind of pizza?
Blaze.
Oh,
We were Blaze, and just asking about how things were going and all that. Went home, said I'd look at the website and pray for him, and saw a position that kind of perked my interest, and shot off an email and said, hey, is this really viable or open, or you got somebody there? And they said, no, you should apply. And 300 interviews later, I landed at UI.
That's about right. That's about right.
300 interviews later. Yeah.
what about you, Keymaster?
I had left a job that was pretty secure into a couple of different jobs that weren't very secure, and I had heard about Emerald Youth through a friend and told I should apply. So I applied and loved the interviews, loved what it sounded like, and feel real safe in my job. I love it, love the people, and I don't want to go anywhere.
Nice. Pennies.
I was a campus pastor, and I thought it was my dream job and where I would be for a long time until that dream kind of went away, and I found myself without a job and with not knowing where to go and not really knowing what to do. And so I started praying, started talking to some guys who began to counsel me, and one of those guys told me, hey, Emerald Youth is hiring. I'm seeing a lot of their stuff on LinkedIn. You should check out their website. So I went there and honestly didn't know much about Emerald Youth at all. And I went and applied for a job in the kind of overseeing our fundraising, and I got an interview, and I got a second interview with our CEO. And that, by the time that interview came along, I didn't want the job that I was applying for, and it was clear that it was not going well. The interview was bombing; it was terrible. But in that interview, our CEO mentioned that they had a different position that hadn't even put on the website yet, and that he felt like I would be perfect for it. And it was everything that I had been working towards all my life. It was kind of a combination of, it kind of fit everything perfectly, and God just brought me to Emerald Youth at the right time, at the right season of my life and in Emerald Youth's life, and I've been there for 5 years now. It's
Wow.
been the best job I've ever had, best people that I've ever worked with, so it's been great.
Awesome. So who was the first to start attending F3?
Pennies.
I was, yeah.
Pennies. All right.
Yeah, I was EH'd to Speedway by a good friend of mine, Rep Sleepy, who I had known when I was a youth pastor in South Knoxville. He was one of my youth leaders there for many years, and I kept seeing his Facebook posts about F3, and I had made a goal that by the time I was 50, I wanted to be in the best shape that I could be in my life. And so I was working out at work. We have a workout facility, and so I would work out, and Hydrant would be there sometimes, but I was just by myself a lot of times. And
Yeah.
I didn't have that accountability that I needed, and I realized really quickly too that I didn't have any male companionship in my life, any friendships, deep friendships in my life. So he EH'd me to Speedway. That was just about a year ago.
Wow.
Penny's EH'd me. He started going, and then we were talking one day at work, and he was telling me, hey, it's a workout crew, kind of like the stuff you do at lunch. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, and then we got nicknames and stuff. And
That's what sold it.
And we should try it. And they got one over here in Alcoa, and I said, okay, I'll do it. And then I got to put in here for the record that my first one was a Saturday, and it was Hammy's birthday one.
Oh,
and
that was a terrible one.
Hammy did double respect and just crushed me,
Oh.
I was like,
terrible.
wow,
Yeah.
these guys are intense. And I just kept coming back from
I
that.
remember
We
I
should
almost
bring
died on that one.
bring that back.
It's been almost been a year, so
It was,
it's
yeah.
coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keymaster, how'd you get
I
aware of F3?
was barely working out. I was committed
playing.
to a basketball group, but we would rarely meet and rarely play. And I wanted something more, so I started asking these guys questions. I knew that they had attended F3, knew kind of what it was from a brother-in-law of mine that used to go, but didn't really know, like, hey, how intense is it? And can I keep up? And they convinced me that I could keep up. And I came in December, so
All right.
a little over 5 months, 6 months. I love it.
So what is it about F3 that made you want to share it with your coworkers or friends that you have, or talk about it with your guys you work with at Emerald Youth?
I think for me, it was definitely, like I said before, the fitness part of it. Yes, the accountability that comes with it, but more importantly, I think it's the friendships. I think for me, in ministry, I think Hydra can agree to this too. Those of us that have been in church ministry a lot of times, we're around people so much, but we don't really connect. We don't have close friendships because it's just hard to be, open.
Yeah.
People that are always looking for, leadership from you, and so I just found myself needing that. And F3 has been just such a great outlet for that, and I've developed some really close friendships with some guys. It's opened up my circle of connections and accountability. It's just been that's what, to me, what draws me, keeps me bringing me back to workouts every morning.